What's good, folks? So, I'm out here taking a break. I'm at my auntie's crib now. Well, it was earlier, but I'm taking a break from working on my business and websites and just creating and doing some things. So I needed to take a break and then just get away for a minute. But as I was working, I was just reflecting. In the previous video that I made, I mentioned my 2018 and how I was, the mindset that I was in. I was losing my mind in grief and just losing one of the most important, most significant people in my life, my papa. Those who know me know exactly what he means to me. And if you claim you know me and you don't know what he means to me, then quite frankly, you don't know me for shit. But I was just reflecting on that 2018. Again, I mentioned in the other video the me being homeless and just trying to maintain some semblance of holding it together. And so during that time, I had spent 11 years in Atlanta. I quite abruptly decided to leave Chicago and move to Atlanta. I had to get away from a toxic relationship that I was in, a person that I was involved with for years. We did love while we did love each other. Our relationship was totally dysfunctional, and we did more harm to each other than good. So I knew I had to leave Chicago in order to really separate myself and to stay away from that. And even then, it was a hardship. But anyway, so the 2018, I decided to come back home to Chicago, which I did, and that took on a form of its own. It was where my spiritual awakening really began and took effect. 2019, I went through a lot of mourning and grieving still, but in the midst of 2019, I regained what I lost in 2018 in Atlanta. I had found a job almost immediately upon moving back. I became an account manager in a cash business, company phone, company keys, all of that. Got an apartment on my own, back living on my own, in my own, by myself. And that felt very good. And then there came a time to where it just hit me again in my spiritual awakening. I made the decision to walk away from my job. I had no other job lined up, which is very outside of my nature and who I am. But it hit me. I'm not meant to work for other people. In a hit, I would work. I have a pretty good work history, work ethic, a pretty good resume in different areas of different aspects of businesses. And when I work somewhere, I naturally give my all. I want to excel. I want to grow within that business. But at the same time, I would become drained and mentally tired. And I thought it was at that time I thought it was my mental illness, being bipolar. I just thought it was so many other things, but it came to my realization that you're becoming drained because you're putting all this energy doing something that you're not meant to do. You're working for people when you're meant to be your own boss. You're an entrepreneur. You're a boss. And then when it kind of hit me, it was just like, okay, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I don't have anything really lined up right now to sustain me outside of my dream, my path, knowing what I'm supposed to do and trying to go about servicing that. So I did that. I walked away. I walked away from my job, and that was back in September. And here it is. We're getting ready to walk into 2020, and I haven't wanted for much. I haven't gone hungry. I'm still in my apartment by the grace of God and Spirit and the Divine. And within that move, I was just able to see the glory behind walking in your path, trusting and knowing that what is will be, which was a huge step for me. Being confident in enough in myself, which I was never really a confident person in myself in the past, not in my capabilities, not in my gifts, not in to what my talents, none of that. But again, it's not like that anymore. I'm growing more and more in confidence in who I am, my giftings, my talents, my purpose, my path. And that's allowing me to do what I'm doing even today. That's what is sustaining me in spirit and in the divine and in God and in this universe, because I now know my power, my purpose, my path, and I'm walking and I'm trusting in it, and I'm seeing the miracles and the glory behind it in doing so. You know what I'm saying? And it's so encouraging. I spoke on my other video earlier how I fell into tears. I woke up this morning after I, got out the bathroom, got myself together. And my auntie Linda would tell you, I was sitting at the table, snot faced, crying, tears falling, snot falling. And it wasn't out of anything else but humbleness, gratefulness, and reflection, and resonating that I'm not where I was last year. I'm not the person that I was last year. And that my dreams are actually unfolding right before my eyes. And I'm becoming who I was meant to be. And I'm loving it. I don't have everything that I want right now, but it's coming and I know it, and I can rest easy and rest assured in that and not be stressed. I had a couple of events that lined up that didn't exactly go according to plan. And for a minute, I got discouraged. I was in my emotions because this thing here means so much to me. That a missed, or what I would see a missed opportunity, really affected me. And I had to grab hold of myself and say, wait. You need to remember the path that you're on. You need to remember the divine, the spirit behind this. Remember the God in you, the God you serve. And it was like, okay, I'm good. Because it didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen, because it wasn't meant to happen that way. And I took full comfort in knowing that. Because again, what is will be. And my business will come to fruition. I'm going to be so successful. I'm going to be happy. Like this year, 2020, you guys, I can't even put into words what it is and what it's going to be. I could just tell you that I'm happy, I'm grateful, and like this thing is so amazing. You guys won't believe until you see with your own eyes, and even then you're gonna question, like, what did that just happen? Yes, it did, bitch. It really did just happen, and in that way and in that order. And it's going to continue to happen in the most unspeakable ways. And see, in order for this to take place in your life, you have to be ready for it. You have to be open for it. You have to question some things. If you don't understand, ask the question. I hate when people say you can't question God. You most absolutely can. Because how else are you going to get the answers that you need if you don't question the Creator? The Creator. Yeah, I said that right. My God, I'm just so full right now. Like, you can't tell me nothing. There's people who were in the valley with me, who were comfortable being in the valley, and they're now seeing me rise, and they hate it. They're getting mad because I'm not doing what I used to do. I'm not the way that I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm elevating. They see it and they hate it. And they're so mad. And they put their tongues on me. Not in a good way, not in a way that's pleasurable, but they put their tongues on me in such a disparaging way to make others feel and think a way about me, and people think and feel a way about me without even knowing me, without even having a conversation with me, and that's fine. There was a time that used to bother me, that would bother me, but it doesn't anymore, because what you think about me doesn't determine the outcome of my life and where I'm going and the path. You know what I'm saying? I'm powerful enough to let that not bother me and not faze me anymore, and it's okay. It's okay. You can think what you want to think about me. I know what is and what isn't. And the most important thing about it is that I don't owe you, any of you, an explanation. You know what I'm saying? And so I want a lot of us to get to that place and that mentality that stop being so worried about folk and what they got to say, and how they think about you or what they think about you. If it's not serving your purpose and pushing you beyond, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sitting here now, just I'm even amazed at doing this video, and I'm amazed at how comfortable I'm becoming in doing videos. Like, if you guys really knew me to my core, who I was, I had no self-confidence. I had so many image issues of myself. There were times I couldn't even look myself in the eye in the mirror. And I can tell you when my spiritual awakening happened and it hit me and I got that clarity, I met myself in the mirror in my bathroom. And again, I was snot-faced, tears running down my eyes, but I was able to look myself in the eye and be happy at what was looking back at me. My God, y'all don't know. Some of y'all get it, but a lot of you all don't know and then don't want to know. Being woke is something, it's not just a phrase, it's a way of life. And being woke is not just being woke to the things that are going on in the world. And being woke is being woke to the things that are going on within self, spirit, universe, the divine. So many of us are content with walking blind, being the walking dead. We're here on this earth with life, existing, not living, just existing. And I'm so tired of that. I'm 38. I'll be 39 in August. You know what I'm saying? And I can say next year because 2020 is here already. So I'm already considering to be in 2020. But next year I'll be 40. Do you know what I will have accomplished by the time I'm 40? And sometimes I get in this thought, like, I wish all of this would have came to me earlier. But I can't think like that because everything happens in its time. Everything happens for a reason. And if I attempted any of the things that I'm doing now earlier, it would have failed because I wasn't ready. I wasn't in the right mind frame that I needed to be to do the things that I'm doing and to accomplish the things that I'm accomplishing. So I'm just encouraging folk out there, if you want more, you have to begin to question things in your life right now. And when I say question, you don't have to ask these questions or share these questions. I actually encourage you not to, because when you have these questions that you ask within yourself and then you get the answers, again, that's where you see the glory. That's when you see the miracle. That's when you see the divine behind the spirit and the universe and God and the way it moves. You know what I'm saying? It's a machine. It's a miracle machine. It's magic almost. And when I say magic, your bitch is gonna be like, oh, you're a witch or he's demonic. No, none of that. None of that. There is magic in God. There is magic in the universe and spirit in the divine. We have to be open enough to see it and to receive it and to resonate with it. But this thing is real. This thing is real. And I'm on the train with it because I've seen some things in this in these past few months. Bump it, going back to 2017. And it's so funny. In 2017, out of nowhere, things just started happening to me. My dog, my baby Chase Manhattan, died in my arms. At 7 years old, I got that boy. At 6.5 weeks old, it was a birthday present for me at that time, and he died in my arms at 7 years old. And then from that point on, it was just like a ripple effect. I started having all of these health problems out of nowhere, going in and out of the hospital for this, that, and the other. Almost died from a blood clot on my lung on my birthday. The blood clot hit on my birthday, August 9th, 2017. And that really began the domino effect. Because once that happened, I lost my house. My great granny, who I refer to as Queen Granny, she died, and I had to travel back home to Chicago from Atlanta, still recovering from my blood clot because I refused to miss that funeral. I had to honor her. I had to be with family when she died. 100+ years old, matriarch, you know what I'm saying? And then still, having to try and find a place to stay. The place that I had to stay at the time was just so much mess going on, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, being sexually assaulted, just, falling into it wasn't substance abuse, but just trying to find some type of solace, you know what I'm saying, in recreational substance use. And quite honestly, that's what it was. So many things, and even leading to the epiphany of what I'm supposed to be doing with my life career-wise. And then once that epiphany came on, finding out that my papa had pancreatic cancer, and just so much from 2017, 2018, 2019 to now walking into 2020, knowing that all these things that I've been through in my life, my childhood, everything that I've been through in my life was for a reason. It was to prepare me for this moment and springing me forward. I had to be able to get through those things. I had to be strong enough to get through those things so that I can handle what's before me and ahead of me. Dealing with suicide. I've made posts about that before, never on video, but I have attempted to OD several times. I've slit my wrists vertically, y'all folk, vertically. I wasn't playing no games. I wanted out of this world. I couldn't bear it. I was being tormented in my mind every day. Am I being tormented now today? No, because I am. And I know. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still expanding. Y'all don't feel me on this. This thing is real. It's real. And I'm so grateful. I'm so honored. I'm so humble. This thing that I'm walking into right now, it's not for the money. I've never been a money focused person or money driven purpose to a money driven person, to the point to where I'm gonna do anything for the money. No, I like money. I like being able to take care of myself. But this thing here is not about the money. It's about serving my purpose, serving my creative, because my creative is going to serve the people. There's a message, there's spirituality behind my creative, whether it's my photography, whether it's my singing, whether it's my playing the keyboard, whether it's me writing lyrically, composing, poetically, journalistically. It's service behind all of my creative. And my photography business is just the beginning. It's a corporation. It's a movement. Because my creative is going to service the people. All aspects of my creative is to service the people. It's a message behind what I got in me. And now I see why people look at me when I'm out walking down the streets or somewhere. People just stop and look at me. I get it now. I didn't get it for years, and it irritated me. What are you looking at? They see what's in me even before I was able to see it. Folks saw something in me. Who the fuck he think he is? Bryce. I am. That's who I think I am. You want a piece of this? Come and get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That's what it is. But I did not expect to be on this thing for 20 minutes. I'm going to cut it short because I'm supposed to be taking a break from working. So I'm going to post this video as is. Again, I'm so thankful for the people out there who support me and who are patient with me. I just thank you. I love you all so much. For the people who have never judged me and never looked down on me for the things that I've been through or how I've been through them or the mistakes that I've made. Because even now, in this enlightened moment of my life, I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect, and I'm still going to make some mistakes. I've made them recently, miscalculations, and I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make some things happen, and when they happen to people who have stuck by me and trust and believe, I know the ones who stuck by me out of authenticity. We gonna eat together. We gonna travel together. We gonna do things together, because I don't forget. I don't forget the people that have genuinely had my back and have supported me and know my character and know my personality. It's love behind that. It's love. It's true love behind that. And I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to find true love. I'm ready for that. I've been single 6 years. I had to do some work on myself within those 6 years. I could have been in relationships. People ask me all the time, why you single? Why somebody like you single? Because I need to be. I want to be. I love myself, so I'm not going to jump into some relationship because somebody say, oh, you fine, you this, that, and the other. I want to do this, that, and the other for you. That shit don't move me. Can we vibe together? Are we on like vibrations? Can we resonate together? And if we can't, then ain't shit popping. I love myself too much to waste my heart, my energy, my soul, all of this on somebody that ain't worth it, that's just gonna play with it at the end of the day. If we gonna play, bitch, look, we gonna play and resonate together. We gonna have fun. And that's not gonna be at the expense of one or the other's emotion. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me shut up. Because this finna go somewhere. It's finna go somewhere that y'all ain't ready for it to go. And look, and even now I'm looking in my eyes. You can see the light in my eyes. Ain't no flash going on back here. I'm in my uncle's den, and the only light that's back here that's shining is behind this window. But I see that flecks of light in my eyes, and it wasn't always there. And if it was there, it wasn't as obvious as it is now. I'm so thankful, my God. I'm so thankful. Y'all folk don't know. But you will. You will. You're going to remember Bryson Banks, because I'm still Banks at the end of the day. I'm just Bryson. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on. People are like, you got so many names. No, I mean, I guess I do, because it depends on how you know me and where you know me from. Alex, if people know me as that, my core folk that I grew up with, my family. Tyron, professionally, when I was working for other people, call me Tyron. Banks is the street dude, the rebel. Bryson is the culmination of all of them together, and that's who I am and who stands before you today, Bryson. I'm not trying to hide from nobody. I ain't scared of nobody. Those names just represented different aspects of my character and my being. You know what I'm saying? So while I was born Alex Tyron Bryson and adapted into Banks Cartel, I am Bryce Bryson today. Combination of all of that. You dig? Fuck with it.